Janetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. I have been very remiss in sharing something with you all, and I'm hoping that I can correct that today. So, I try to bring you things that I have done or things that I experienced while I'm here in Sicily, and I did this and I did not tell you about it, and I apologize. Not that you ever would have known if I never told you, but I felt bad. I was looking through my pictures and I was like, oh my goodness, I never shared this with them. So uh, I decided that I would add it to my July compilation of videos that I am making. So I'm not exactly sure when you're going to see this, but I wanted you to know about it. So in May, which was a couple of months ago, I was driving home and there were so many people walking on the road. And I had been with a friend of mine. We were waiting for our children to get out of Girl Scouts, and she had said that her husband had mentioned, be careful when you're on your way home. There's a bunch of people out walking today. And I was like, oh, that reminds me of something. There's something happening right now. I don't remember. And it was just bothering me. So on my way home, I called a wonderful friend of mine that I've made here. She has been absolutely phenomenal in helping me figure things out here in Sicily. And I was like, hey, can you remind me why all of these people are walking like today of all days? I mean, it was nice out, but I mean, these people were like, this wasn't like, oh, we're out for like a nice stroll. No, they had a purpose. They were doing something. And I was like, this happened last year when my son was here, but I don't remember what's going on. And she goes, it's the Feast of St. Alfio. And I was like, oh, that's right. So then once we got off the phone, I called my friend that I'd been hanging out with while our kids were in Girl Scouts, and I was like, it's this feast in a town nearby, and it's like a pilgrimage where people will walk from all over, and they will walk for hours and hours and hours to get to this town. And it also coincides with a garlic festival. So you have these huge heads of garlic, and they're on like these vines, and there's like garlic, and there might be 15 of them, like all on this string, right? And it looks like they grew that way. And it is amazing. And last year we didn't go. My son was here, and I was invited to a friend's house for like a Mother's Day brunch. And we were driving through the town, and roads were blocked, and our car ended up getting stuck, and I ended up scraping the front part of my car because I got stuck in this little alleyway that was supposed to be a road that wasn't a road, and there was a chain, and it was a mess. However, the car is fine. It was just like a surface thing. We was able to be buffed out. But it happens every year, and it's actually there's actually 3 brothers that are celebrated. And if you want to know more about the 3 brothers, I'll put a link in the description box, and you can go and check it out. The link is from a Sicily travel website. I think it's called Enjoy Sicily. But this year we got to go, and the festival lasts for several days. But they do, and every town has like a patron saint, and there's a celebration for that saint. And so for this town, this is their saint. So when I was driving through, a friend of mine and we carpool, and I was driving through to go pick her up one morning, and you could see where like the gates that block the road were moved, so I could get through. And as I was driving by the church, there were so many people out there. Outside of the church, there was like this kind of like a box, and people were singing and praying, and they had candles lit. And they, when I went back to drop my friend off in the afternoon, they were still out there. Like those same people, they'd been out there all day. And when we went, we were walking around. I actually went by the church and I took a picture of the three brothers sitting up there. And inside the church, people were praying, they were singing. It's a very, very big deal for them. And outside of the church, there were these amazing, they're not statues. I really don't know what they're called. But they were beautiful. And it's another way to honor the saints. And we were, my friend, she was, I don't know, ravenous that day or something. She ate at like 4 different trucks, or like stands. And we were sitting while she was eating again. And these people in traditional Sicilian clothing were coming by on carts with these beautifully decorated horses, and they were playing music and they were dancing. And then there were these women that had these huge skirts on their dresses, and some of them had food on their skirts, and some of them, it was wild. So I need to remember next year when it comes through, that this is why they're walking. And it coincides usually the beginning of May. So for Americans, there's Mother's Day, and then for me, there's my daughter's birthday is in May. My aunt's birthday is in May. 2 of them actually are in May, all around the same time. One of my very good friends, her birthday is in May as well. All back to back basically. So when I'm remembering all of them, I need to also remember this. And there were so many things, just like you would see at any other festival where they had clothes and rugs and all these things, but then they also had a lot of religious items, because for many people this is not just a garlic festival or not just like a time to get together. This is a serious religious event, and they had all of these beautiful things. Of course, it was daytime when I went, so you couldn't really take a picture of them, but they had all these beautiful like arches. And I've shown you in some of the other Sicily videos where they have them and they're all lit up. And so I can just imagine the town at night where it's all lit up. And they are out there praying and singing. And it's very interesting, the differences and the things that people hold very close to them. So things that are very important to them. So there may be people who haven't been to this town all year, but when it's time for the pilgrimage, they will walk for, like I said, for hours. Sometimes even days, some of them. And some of them are carrying like candles while they're walking. Some of them are carrying big pieces of wood to bring for part of a thing that they're going to build when they get there. I mean, it is amazing. and I was glad that I was able to be a part of it this year. So not a super long video, and again, I want to apologize for not bringing it to you sooner, but I hope that you do take a look into the website and that you learn a little bit more about Sicily, as I do every time I step outside. So as always, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!